Ever wondered which cities in the U.S. shine the brightest in terms of LGBTQ inclusivity and acceptance? Well, join us as we unveil the top 10 most LGBTQ cities in the U.S. where diversity thrives and love knows no bounds. Are you ready to explore these vibrant communities? Let's dive in. Number 10. New Orleans. Its LGBTQ community thrives with the highest number of gay bars and pride events per capita. The city also excels in LGBTQ-affirming healthcare providers, surpassing the national average by 30%. Only 11% of residents oppose non-discrimination laws, demonstrating a high level of inclusivity compared to the national average of 19%. Number 9. Chicago. With a state equality tally score of 37.5, surpassing the average by 125%. This city boasts 38% more PF-LAG chapters than the average metro. The city demonstrates higher tolerance, with 15% opposing non-discrimination laws, 21% below the national average, and 25% opposing same-sex marriage, 7% below the national average. Number 8. Sacramento. Holding a perfect municipal equality score of 100, a mere 17% of residents oppose non-discrimination laws, which is 11% below the national average. Only 26% are against same-sex marriage, 4% lower than the national average. Beyond legal support, the city actively promotes LGBTQ+ inclusivity through institutions. Number 7. San Diego. With a rich LGBTQ history dating back to the 1950s, including popular venues like Bradley's and Blue Jacket, the city remains a top LGBTQ destination. The city reflects progressive views, with only 14% opposing non-discrimination laws, 26% lower than the national average, and 18% against same-sex marriage, 33% less than the national average. Number 6. Los Angeles. The city aligns with the national average for annual Pride events, but stands out with the well-attended LA Pride Festival and Parade. Notably, it exhibits higher tolerance, with 15% opposing non-discrimination laws, 21% below the national average, and 25% opposing same-sex marriage, 7% below the national average. Number 5. Denver. It stands out as progressive and with the state's equality score at 42.5, 154% higher than the national average. It excels in diversity, having 0.61 gay bars per 100 the residents, 103% above the average city. The city also strongly supports same-sex marriage, with only 15% opposing it, 44% lower than the national average. It ensures access to LGBTQ-affirming healthcare, boasting 1.75 providers per 100,000 residents, 25% more than the average metro area. Number 4. Portland. The city leads in healthcare support as well, with 3.07 LGBTQ-affirming healthcare providers per 100,000 residents, a remarkable 119% above the study's average. Oregon's strong commitment to equality is evident in its state equality tally score of 38.5, surpassing the average state score by 131%. Its thriving LGBTQ community is reflected in its 0.36 gay bars per 100,000 residents, 20% more than the average city in the study. Number 3. Las Vegas. The metro area hosts 200% more pride events than the average city and embraces same-sex marriage, with only 19% of residents opposing it, 30% lower than the average. The city boasts 90% more gay bars per capita, featuring popular LGBTQ establishments like Hamburger Mary's and the Phoenix Bar and Lounge. Nevada as a whole excels in equality, scoring 143% above the average state's equality tally. Number 2. Hartford. It represents the state with a high equality tally score of 39, surpassing the national average. Despite being the third smallest metro, it has a low number of gay bars, but compensates with a more inclusive community, boasting 213% more PF-LAG chapters than the average. Only 11% of its residents oppose same-sex marriage, significantly lower than the national average of 27%. Number 1. San Francisco. It is recognized as the top LGBTQ city. It benefits from California's inclusive policies and stands out with 0.63 gay bars per 100,000 residents, 110% above the average. The city's inclusivity is evident, with only 12% opposing non-discrimination laws, 37% lower than the national average. With 6% of its population identifying as LGBTQ, it is a diverse and welcoming haven, surpassing the national proportion. As we wrap up our exploration, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more engaging content. Until next time, stay connected and celebrate diversity.